Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger, and this is your energy forecast and development for today, Monday, July 14th, 2014. And as always, thank you for taking time to watch. Have your coffee with me or whatever libation you decide to drink. I truly appreciate it. So today is number 14. 14 in the Tarot deck, or the Major Arcana, is going to be our Temperance card. And that's all about testing, trials, heating and cooling, kind of these opposite feelings that go on today. It's often this beautiful angel with fire coming out of one hand and water dropping out of the other. So it's kind of like those opposites. But it definitely feels like that, for me, in my reading, it's always pretty much like, okay, you're about to be challenged, or you're going through a challenge, or it's going through a change, kind of rearranging thoughts and beliefs. Along those lines. But also 14 boils down to number 5, which is the faith card in the decks that I use. It can be the Pope or the Hierophant. I say Pope. I think I've seen it as Pope because sometimes the Emperor is the Pope. No, the Pope is Pope. It's the Pope. It's the Papa. I think that's what they say in Spanish. But anyway, so 5, that faith card, that belief system, that religiosity, that dogma, the structures with which you live your life, kind of a feel, even the spirituality, and add up all the numbers, 7, 14, 2014, you're going to get, and also today is like this echo of 14 and 14. It's year 2014, it's the number 14. So keep that in mind. It feels more powerful today with the Temperance. So all the numbers is going to be 19, and that is our Sun card. Often the Sun card can be about babies. There's often, in my deck, it's just this beautiful sun image. But in a lot of decks, it's a child riding this white horse, like a baby is coming or arriving. But I see it as oftentimes like shining the light in the dark places. It's the lightest card after the Tower card, which was 16. So we go Tower, then we go Star card, a little bit of light, a little bit of hope. Moon card, more light, more hope, which is, all those are usually reflections. Well, I shouldn't say that. The Star card probably has its own energy. The Moon is definitely a reflection, very feminine. But then the Sun, bright, powerful, dynamic energy. It's got lots of power and lots of energy coming at you. 19 boils down to number 10, which is our Wheel card. Wheel can be about just the goings-on of the day, just over and over and over. I like to sometimes think of it, in the Wheel of Fortune aspect as you're going around the merry-go-round, and as you go by, you see all these things passing you by. So there's lots of choices, but you got to get off the merry-go-round to get one of those choices. Otherwise, it's just a spinning wheel. And 10 boils down to number 1, which is that Magician. And the Magician is having everything you need in you. You're starting your journey. It's boom, the idea. The Fool was, all right, I am here. I am zero. I am whole. I am a whole. I'm complete. And I'm ready to start with this number 1 energy, moving forward, having everything I need within me. I pulled the Page of Cups for today on yesterday's week-long spread. That can often be about children as well. The page in this deck is like a little girl. It's like the only feminine one. But, Cup's very emotional. Actually, Page is the more androgynous one. The Page of Coins is the feminine one in my deck. Page of Cups is a little more androgynous. So because Cups is female, but the boy, he looks kind of male. So it's a little more, could be a tomboy kind of a feel. But ultimately, it's like good news of an emotional thing coming towards you. So that's definitely happening today through these trials, through this Sun card, through this Magician and Wheel energy. If you're doing development, now is the time where you want to pause the video because I'm about to pull the Lenormand card. And that card for today is going to be Lily, or the Lilies, which is 30, another 3 card. It's the King of Spades, which is King of Swords, very logical thinker. But the number 30 card in Lenormand is often about age, that senior, beauty and respect for the older people. I love that it can be about peace and sexuality and it's just like that opening flower. But peace, contentment, maturity, wisdom, elders, retirement. But I like it also as, fertility and sexuality. So it definitely feels like a good card. This card, when it lands near things, it usually means long time. It's going to last or be there for a long time. If it lands next to a house and you're thinking about like fish, house, lily, you're purchasing a house, you're going to be there for a long time. Or it may take you a long time to get it. It may take you a long time to get it. Longevity is a good word for this. So the tarot card, pause if you're doing development. And that is going to be Ace of Coins. So definitely a brand new beginning of something around family, home, resources, finances, career, and this could be literally a long time of new things. It's going to last. Whatever it is going to happen, it's going to be there a while. Also, it could be a new relationship, with an earthy, zodiac sign, energy, or just good sex with somebody there. And then the oracle card to go along with this today is going to be, I almost pulled two, this beautiful card, which is number 27. And this card I really, really like because they're the Venus flytrap here within this card, and I'll pull it. But this is a little bit of like deception. There's all these moths flying to the flame. So it's kind of like, she is kind of like this Venus flytrap, very deceptive, very alluring, temptation is probably the key word here. So 27, let me find that in the book. Attraction, magnetism, infatuation. There's a great word. And so from Friedrich Nietzsche, this is what Ciro put in his book. For every man there exists a bait which he cannot resist swallowing. Wow, very interesting. And such a beautiful card. So this card portrays a seductive and alluring femme fatale. At some point, we all have met her in some guise and gender, possibly not even in human form, but as a situation, a place, or an invitation to act. So going along with the stuff that's coming at us, there could be, definitely, it could be the temperance card that there's this temptation, but I feel like, it's been going on a long time, and I feel like this is an opportunity for you to bring those things to an end. But let me see. So, but attraction alone can be shallow, a temporal infatuation with little substance. Such an emotion not only lacks duration, but along with brevity, it is also fraught with danger and repercussions. But despite it all, we can entirely reject her. We look once more, and yes, she is still there, still alluring, still beckoning. Very interesting card because it has such a heavy kind of a feel to it, almost a denser energy. But beautiful card nonetheless. So, look out for that. What is attracting you, moth to the flame, blindly flying to that warmth, and use this, use the energy to move away from it, knowing you have everything you need within you. So today's lesson is something I know what it is. I have my notes over there. It's something I used to do a long time ago with a friend. And this does require a friend because you want to get feedback, but find someone, and this can be even somebody on Facebook that you're friends with, and just agree to privacy and do this privately. And what you do is somebody sends you a picture of someone that they know very well and you do not know anything about. And so they send you this picture, and then you just sit down at the keyboard and you just type everything you see, hear, and feel when you look at this picture of this person or a place or an animal. Just type, 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 type. Send it back to them. And then what they do is kind of highlight the hits, what you got, and then give you more information and maybe even why you might have gotten something, but it might not be a hit. And a hit means you got it right. It's a check off. And then you send them one and you just go back and forth. And this is a great way. This is something that really develops, because when I see a picture of somebody, or an animal, I just get so much information because I practice it. I practice it a lot. And that's how the cards work for me too. I look at these cards and I just pick up the information that I need to know. Plus the cards have then developed their own language, so when I look at this card, this is real clear for me. Some of the messages. And then I love it when I get a new definition or tool for a specific card. So you can do that back and forth. If you don't necessarily have someone to do that with, just when you go online, I'm about to sneeze. They say look at a light. It didn't work. I looked at the light, Carolyn. But if you don't have someone that you can do this with, then just go when you're on Facebook and you see like a tiny little icon or somebody friends you, just go find a picture of them and start making notes. If it's somebody you feel comfortable with and you accept the friendship, then later go back and look at the notes after you get to know this person. And see what it's like. If you are on Plenty of Fish or Match.com and you're dating somebody, all of a sudden, bing, somebody's face pops up. Write their name down. If their birthday's there, write it down, and then just start writing down all the information you would get. Had a bad relationship with his mother, lives in Kentucky. Just write everything down. And then as you get to know them, you can go back and see what were hits and misses. But basically, this is just working off of photographs. Also, another cool thing is you can take photographs of people like 5 different people, put them in envelopes, shuffle the envelopes up, and then just hold on to one envelope and try to avoid going, oh, I think this is Bob. This is Bob. Just go, no, let me feel it. Let me feel the personality. Let me feel what's going on. Because if it is Bob, and you feel like a bad day, horrible, car wreck kind of a thing, and then you check with Bob later, and he says, yeah, I had a really bad day. Somebody bumped my car. Then you're picking up things, because otherwise you're going, okay, this is Bob. I know Bob. Bob lives here. Bob does this. Bob does that. You're looking at everything past. And if you hold it and you get information that's current or future, that's fun as well. But basically, working off of the photographs of people is a great way to do it. And even grab an old photo album, flip it open, put your hand down on a picture, and just try to feel the energy of that one picture before you look at it, actually. So there's a fun lesson for you today. All that being said, I put a special spread. Spirit gave it to me yesterday, and I can feel it coming. It's like, oh crap, here it comes, here it comes. I'm grabbing a piece of paper and I'm writing it down. But basically took the wellness spread that I do for humans, and I translated it down for animals. So it's a comprehensive animal spread. Overall spiritual, 3 cards for the overall spiritual, 3 cards for the physical, 3 for the intellectual, emotional, social, and then what they're mirroring back to you. That was a key addition. And then also if they have like a message for you. So it was 21 cards in all, seven different kind of key points with 3 cards each. So that's on my website, intuitivemessenger.org. It's the special. I took off the Saturn spread. Just wasn't feeling it, wasn't getting a lot of hits on it. Those who did get it got some good feedback, but the animal communication comprehensive spread is going to be there for you. So thanks so much. Don't forget, if you're in Central Florida, I'm going to be in Kissimmee at New World Wellness. You can find all that information on my Facebook page. If you're not a Facebook person, you can still search it and find it. It's on my website, and then you can call them and make your appointment. There's a few spots left. I think I have like 8 or 10 spots, and I think they filled 3 or 4. So it's Saturday, July 26th between 11 and 5. And I'll be on the radio on, the 20th. So this coming Saturday afternoon, I believe it's 4 o'clock over the rainbow. And then 7 o'clock, I'll be me and Danielle. So it'll be a fun day of radio. Plus I have a big work day that morning. I don't know what I was thinking, but all good. So have an amazing day. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Namaste.